مشاهدينا في كل مكان أهلا بيكم. احنا معاكم النهارده هنستكمل حوارنا مع سعادة السفير سيرجي ترانتيف سفير دولة بيلاروسيا لدى جمهورية مصر العربية. في لقاء اليوم هنتحدث عن تاريخ العلاقات المصرية البيلاروسية، وأيضا هنتحدث عن التعاون في مجال التجارة وأيضا مجال التعليم ومجال الصحة وغيرها من المجالات. لو عايزين تعرفوا أكتر تابعونا وهذا اللقاء.
I'm profoundly grown up from economic diplomacy. I graduated economic university in Belarus, and all my career I was working mainly in economic field. So this is very good for me now as far as in our relations with Egypt, economy, investment, technology, this is a core. So it pays off. Belarus is a country in the middle of Europe. We are located between Russia and Poland, between Ukraine and Baltic states. We are not having access to the sea. We are a landlocked country, and I believe due to this reason our national character was somehow influenced. We are a landlocked country and we are landlocked character. We are a country of forests, we are a country of lakes, we are a country of swamps, and this influenced to huge extent our culture, our people. What regards agricultural machinery, say traditionally from the times of Soviet Union, Belarus was a so-called assembly plant of Soviet Union, manufacturing tractors.
مشاهدينا في كل مكان، احنا معاكم النهارده بنستكمل حوارنا مع سعادة السفير سيرجي ترانتيف سفير دولة بيلاروسيا لدى جمهورية مصر العربية. Your Excellency, thank you so much for the next time.
Welcome.
Your Excellency, in this episode now we would like to talk more about the relation between Egypt and Belarus. So can you tell us about the history of these relations? How did it started and since when?
Well, officially, formally. We've started our relations after Belarus gained independence. We've established diplomatic relations in 1992, so in 2022 we celebrated 30 years. But this is the official part. I must tell to you that our relations started longer before that. First of all, of course, every Belarusian student knows Egypt by heart. Every Belarusian student starts ancient history, which starts with Egypt, with ancient Egyptian civilization. So every Belarusian from the childhood is interested in Egypt. And of course, when you look at relations between Soviet Union and Egypt, I must tell to you that a lot of Belarusians at that time visited Egypt as as participants of projects of economic development that were conducted between Soviet Union and Egypt, and we are proud to say that this was a good ground for relations between Belarus and Egypt as well. Moreover, a lot of Egyptian students were getting education in Belarusian, in Minsk, in other cities in Belarusian universities. So this also laid a very good ground for our relations for the future, for the current time.
That's very great. Can we start about the cultural cooperation between Egypt and Belarus? How it looks like?
Well, you know, we are practicing traditions. There is a tradition, there is a practice of holding culture days. Either Egypt in Belarus or Belarus in Egypt. We hope that next year we will be able to conduct cultural days of Belarus here in Cairo, here in Egypt, and we will be able to present to the audience here our music, our dances, our handcrafts, our painters. So this is something that is done, that is conducted between ministries of culture of our countries already for years. As I mentioned before, I'm happy that there is a good relation between Bolshoi Theater of Ballet and Opera of Belarus and Cairo Opera. They have good experience of exchanging performances. They have a good experience of exchanging soloists. And I'd even say that in Belarus, Egyptian students have experience of studying at Belarusian choreographic college, at Belarusian choreographic school, which is making education for future ballet dancers, ballet soloists.
Excellency, I would like to ask about the trading. How much is the volume of trading between Egypt and Belarus, and in what field exactly?
Well, I can say that trade between our countries increases, but I'm never satisfied. We are never satisfied. And one of the reasons not to be satisfied is that the trade between our countries is not that balanced as it could be. We export much more than Egypt exports to us. And now I must tell to you that our good task is to make our trade more balanced, to bring more Egyptian goods, more Egyptian services to Belarus. So this is what I'm tasked with, this is what our governments tasked us with, and this is where we are looking for opportunities, because looking at Egyptian economy, it's very much diversified. It's very much interesting to us, not only traditional fields of agriculture or trade in fruits, vegetables. We have a very strong pharmaceutical sector, which is very much interesting to the countries of my region, namely to Belarus. You have a huge experience in this regard, and I hope that we will bring more of Egyptian medicine and more of Egyptian medical technologies to Belarus as well. Further, your textile industry, your furniture. You know that Belarus produces furniture, but those nice patterns, those nice works by your artisan, Domiyat. I've been to Domiyat, and it's very much impressive. I've been to the places where I saw how people do make real artifacts with their hands. So this is something that definitely you can find a consumer, buyer in my region, in my country. So my task these days, our task these days, is to bring businessmen from both countries to know each other much better.
Do you intend to have new investment in both countries?
Well, we are eager.
Just trading and export and import?
Not just trading. Investment, say, strategical approach is important. So if for strategical closeness, for us being strategically closer to each other, investment, technology exchange is necessary, so it must be done. And it's very well realized by the Belarusian businesses, and we are very much following and respecting the economy policies conducted by your government, by your president, in attracting the investment, in changing the structure of economy and industry to increase the added value of the economy here, and we want to be the part of this process. Frankly speaking, well, it's not a secret why. Not only because of our traditional historical old bonds with Egypt, but also because, true, Egypt is a gateway. Egypt is a gateway to Africa, and we must use this competitive advantage. We must use the competitive advantage of your geographical location, also your advantage of FTAs you have with other countries, namely and especially here in Africa, with COMESA, with African Free Trade. So this is something that prompts us to think about being here for a longer time, you name it. If it goes about portfolio investments, okay. If it goes about technological investments, okay. So we must do it.
Yeah,
our businesses do realize it.
Technological investment also.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We are ready to not just establish our assemblies here, but we are eager, and we already have this experience, to localize, to make Belarusian, for example, agricultural machinery truly made in Egypt, with proper Egyptian input. you name it, 40%, okay, 45% of local input, let it be 45. We are ready for that. We are ready to share technologies. We are ready to find local suppliers for our joint ventures. This is our task. This is our strategical task.
Point of strengths, the machinery stuff, products. But allow me to ask you about something also in the agriculture field. I'd like to know, is there any cooperation in the field of agricultural researches in between the two countries?
Yes, there is. There is quite a deal of cooperation between ministries of agriculture. Mm-hmm. We have so-called Intergovernmental Joint Commission, and in the framework of that commission there is a working group on agricultural cooperation, which also includes agricultural mechanization as a part of tech, as a part of technology, but also there is a part of development of seedlings, water protection, water treatment, water processing for agricultural use. So yes, we are working on that, and I hope that there will be even closer ties between us.
Other education, let's say, opportunities so the student can have in between the two countries?
Yes, of course. First of all, I hope very much that Belarusian students studying Arabic will be able to come here more. We have experience of bringing our students to study in Cairo University, studying Arabic here, which is a unique opportunity. Mm-hmm. And the quality of the education is very high, very good, and very much interesting to us. We are looking into the future and we understand that more and more Belarusians have to speak Arabic, have to be present here, have to be fully present here. So yes, we want to increase our cooperation in Arabic studies first. Second, of course, we are ready and we have already special mechanisms, special tools created to bring more students from here to Belarus. I mentioned that since Soviet times we have this experience, so let's do it more. Let's do it more. We have comparative advantages in our education in medical field, dentistry, also IT is booming, and we have a very strong field of IT, math, physics. Education. Also among the popular destinations or the popular professions are engineering, and we are already providing education to Egyptians in our universities. Yes, there is a system of grants, there is a system of scholarships that we do provide to Egyptians to study in our universities. We can provide education in engineering, we can provide education in agricultural universities, and we do already have such experience which we want to multiply.
Your Excellency, I would like now to ask about the cooperation in the field of tourism. tourism. Is there any cooperation in this field and how it is?
Well, actually, Belarus is one of the traditional suppliers, if you can say like this, of tourists to Egypt. Yeah. Even I would say that Belarus was the first country to renew charter touristic flights to Egypt after or during Corona pandemic. It was the first one to renew because we cannot live without Egypt. We do love marvels of Red Sea. We love Sharm el-Sheikh, we love Hurghada, we love Luxor, and to name only a few. So yes, traditionally this is a very important destination for us. You know, in Belarus, in winter, in late autumn, we don't have much shams, we don't have much sun.
Yes.
So this is a place where we come to get optimism, to get health, to get strength and health. So this is a place we like.
This field.
Yes, we do. And of course we have to do more in this regard. And definitely I want to see more of Belarusian tourists in Cairo, in Alexandria this year.
Egypt.
In Upper Egypt, yeah. Definitely there are so many things to see, and Belarusians, I'm sure that they would love it. They would love it. And this year we started flights to North Coast as well, and those Belarusians to whom I was able to talk to, they say this is just magnificent. The sea is just wonderful. You cannot see something like this anywhere. So this is a new destination, and I love that my tourists are coming to Matruk these days. So this is very great. But anyway, we have more things to do, and we have more tourists to bring to new, possibly old destinations with Egyptian antique, with Egyptian history. This is it, and I want to introduce it to Belarusians.
Now, Your Excellency, please allow me to talk about the official visits. How do you read the visit of the President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, the Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, to Belarus 2019, and the President of Belarus visit to Egypt twice, which is 2017 and 2020. So how do you read these official visits?
Well, first of all, I must tell to you that our relations, the relations between Belarus and Egypt, became especially active after 2014. After 2014, we see activization on any front. And of course, all of this work is very much inspired, is very much supported by our leaders. Needless to say that they do have special relations of respect between each other, special relations of understanding between each other, and this is great. This is great for us, and this gives us a green light to move on. We see that every time we conduct the visit on the highest level, the relations between our countries are upgraded to the new levels in different domains, in education, in tech, in manufacturing, in industry, agriculture, you name it. So true that visits and exchanges between our respective leaders, they are very important for the overall complex, for overall relations between our countries. This is great. This is great that we have such leaders that are so deeply involved in developing our ties. This is a blessing for us.
Your Excellency, you have been here for 5 years. So can you tell us what's your favorite tourist destination in Egypt?
Very difficult to say. Very difficult to say. You know, I love the places I'm visiting here. Well, the nearest and maybe the most adorable for me is Islamic Cairo, with Han al-Khalili, with El Muez Street. This is something that I would be missing whenever I'm leaving Egypt. This is something that I would be dreaming to see more and more again. But there are more. There are more places which I visited, definitely, of course, from south, from Upper Egypt to Alexandria. Any place is really impressive, but there are more places to see. You know, I never been to Siva, for example, and I very much hope to see it as well. I want to spend more time in Alexandria because it's just a marvel. It's just so big, it's just so interesting. So every time I come here there, I understand that I need to come more and explore more and more. So definitely this country is something. This is a gem.
The last question is about the Egyptian cuisine. For sure, 5 years here, it means you tried 1 or 2 dishes of the Egyptian, or of course more. So what's your favorite dish, and is there any similarities in between the Belarusian cuisine and the Egyptian cuisine?
Well, Belarus is a bread and potato based country.
Yes.
So this is a base. These are basic ingredients of our food. Here, it's also bread, but also rice country. In this regard, we are a little bit different. Among my favorite dishes, I love molokhia, which tastes very healthy and very nutritious. I love here. This is a country where I understood what is Yansun tea, which I prefer over other types of drinks. If this is a cuisine, yes, I love it. And here in Cairo, hawafshi is very nutritious, though I cannot eat it every day. I love it as well. So this is good, but I must tell you that when Egyptians would come to Belarus, though cuisine culture is different, I'm sure that you would love it, because we also tend to prepare easy, simple, but nutritious food. Remember that Belarus is a country with a long winter, so this also influences our cuisine. This also makes, for example, a lot of types of dishes. We have fermented ones, like fermented cabbage or fermented khodar vegetables, even mushrooms. For longer winter months, we prepare the food to be stored in cool places, of course, to be stored for a long time. And I think this is interesting, and by the way, this is healthy as well. Anyway, welcome to Belarus, and you will enjoy our culture, you will enjoy our food, you will enjoy Belarusian national character. I'm sure of that.
مشاهدينا في كل مكان، وكده انتهى لقائنا مع سعادة السفير سيرجي ترانتيف سفير دولة بيلاروسيا لدى جمهورية مصر العربية. في لقاء اليوم احنا تحدثنا عن العلاقات ما بين مصر وبيلاروسيا، وايضا تحدثنا عن ابرز الاماكن السياحيه اللي سعادة السفير كان اتجه اليها داخل جمهورية مصر العربية. بتمنى ان لقائنا اليوم واللقاء السابق يعني يكون فيه كم من المعلومات اللي افادتكم عن الدولتين، واشوفكم على خير في لقاء اخر، والى اللقاء.